Hello, this is Prina and welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make this popular crossbody bag for women, and I'll be making the simplified version so that even if you're a beginner, you can make this by yourself. If you are new to my channel, you can hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my updates and new pattern tutorials from now on. Without wasting much time, let's get started. First, I'll be using a steel rule, a utility knife, a pencil for temporary lines, and a red pen for permanent lines. And of course, you need your pattern making paper. First, cut out a pattern sheet that measures 24 centimeters by 16 centimeters. On the top right corner, measure 1 centimeter and mark. Measure 1 centimeter and mark. Then join this mark point to this bottom corner on the right, and join this second mark point to the bottom corner on the left. Next, measure 4 centimeters from the edge here. Then another 4 centimeters on the right side here. Then join both points together. So the whole of this is 24 centimeters. I will measure and mark 10 centimeters from the left side here. Then measure and mark 10 centimeters from the right side in. So we are left with 4 centimeters in the middle. Now this area is for the brand label or logo. So I'm going to just write logo here. The next, from the left side here, measure and mark 6 centimeters. Then do the same on the bottom side. Then join both lines. Then on this side, measure and mark 6 centimeters from the edge as well. Do the same on the bottom side. Join both points to create a line. Next, we're going to create a curve within this area here and within this area here. And I'm going to use my French curve for that. So to make it easier, I've positioned the line against the straight part of this French curve. Then make it curve all the way to this bottom corner here. So that both curves be similar on this side and this side. I'm going to fold this into two. Then lastly, I'm going to add a curve to the left corner here. And my curve size is 7 centimeters by 7 centimeters. So I'm going to mark that first. Mark the curve along this red line. From here, 7 centimeters. And mark it from this corner here, 7 centimeters. Then mark. So I'll be looking for a round object that measures around 14 centimeters to draw out this curve. So I just found this somewhere, and diameter measures around 14 centimeters. So it is perfect. Okay, and here we have it. So what I will do is, this is already divided equally into two. So here is a duplicate of here. Folded like this, I will just punch this in so that I can mark on my fabric when I'm sewing. Then I'll cut out this red line along with this curve. And finally, we need to cut out this curve we made with the French curve earlier. So here we have the middle piece, and we have this on the left and this on the right. So all of these pieces, I will label them as A, but I'll add a tag to differentiate them. So this center piece is A1, this is A2, and this is A3. So finally, we'll label how many pieces we need to cut out. We are cutting out one exterior fabric, and for this, one exterior fabric as well. Front panel. This is also part of the front panel, and this is also the front panel. So all pieces are for the front panels. We are done with this, and we'll set it aside for now. Next, cut out a piece that measures 18 centimeters by 7 centimeters. Then on the upper right corner, measure 1 centimeter. Here, measure 1 centimeter on the left corner. And join this point to the right bottom corner here, and this point to the left bottom corner here. Then to make it easier, fold into two as well. So we need to measure a curve here, and our curve is 7 centimeters by 7 centimeters. So here to here is already 7 centimeters. So I need to mark 7 centimeters here. We are marking 7 centimeters along this red line and 7 centimeters from here. I'll still use this 14 centimeter round object to make the curve for this. Then I'll just cut out. I'm going to label it as B. It is the upper front panel. We need one exterior fabric cut. And that'll be all for this second pattern piece. Next, cut out a pattern piece that measures 20 centimeters by 23 centimeters. Then on the upper right corner, measure 2 centimeters and mark. On the left corner here, measure 2 centimeters and mark. Then join the mark points to the corners. And if you don't want to do the duplicate like I've done from the beginning, just fold from this point. So since we already marked 2 centimeters here, I'll just join this mark to the bottom corner here. That way to duplicate on this piece at the back. On this upper side here, I'll also measure a 7 by 7 curve. So measure 7 centimeters from this red line. Then 7 centimeters also from the top of the red line along the slant and mark. Then on this bottom corner, I'm going to draw out a curve that measures 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters. So along this slanted line, measure and mark 5 centimeters. On the bottom edge, measure and mark from here 5 centimeters. So now I need a round object with a diameter that measures 10 centimeters. The bottom part of this measures 10 centimeters. So I'm going to use this. You can also cut out a cardboard that measures the diameter that you need if you can't find the round object with the accurate measurements. So now we have the bottom curve. What's left is a mark point in the middle. And for that, you'll be measuring 7 centimeters from the top here. Mark. Then 7 centimeters from this point. Okay, I already have a mark here. Then join. So along this line, starting from the red line, measure and mark 1 centimeter. Then just put a round dot. You have to punch this out. So I'll just do this because we need to mark this point when making the bag. Finally, let's cut. So here's our final piece. We're going to label this as C. So this will be labeled as main body. I'll be needing 1 exterior fabric, then 4 interior lining. It will be 4 or 6, depending on what kind of lining you are using. So this is all for this pattern piece. Next, you need to cut out a pattern piece that measures 36 centimeters by 7.5 centimeters. Fold it into 2, equally into 2. Then from the open sides, measure and mark 8 centimeters from the edge and at the bottom. Then join both points together. Then along this line, measure from the top, measure 3.5 centimeters. Mark. Then from this mark, measure 2 centimeters and mark. Now you need to punch out these 2 points. From this line, measure again and mark 2 centimeters. Do the same at the bottom. Join both points to create a line. Then on this new line, measure and mark at 4.5 centimeters. Then again, punch out the O. So here it is. Now we're going to label this as D. And this is the zipper panel. For this, we need 1 exterior fabric cut and 1 interior lining cut. Also, since this is a zipper panel, for the zipper, we need zipper length of 38 centimeters and just 1 zipper pull. I recommend using size 5 zipper tip for this. This is all for this pattern. I will save this aside as well. Next, cut out a pattern piece that measures 34 centimeters by 9 centimeters. We don't need to make any markings on this, so we'll just go ahead to label. This is E and it is the bottom panel. For this, we need 1 exterior fabric and 1 interior line. And that's all for this piece. And finally, the last piece of pattern. and this is for the top handle. So you need to cut out a pattern piece that measures 43 centimeters by 8 centimeters. We won't be marking this yet until we make the top handle. So I will just go ahead to label, and this is F, and this is the top handle. I'll need 1 exterior fabric cut. And since we're still talking about the handle, we need to talk about the long strap. So for the long strap, you're going to cut out an exterior fabric piece that measures 130 centimeters by 8 centimeters. If you are using webbing or belts, you only need to cut out 130 centimeters. And that's all for this pattern piece. With this, we are done with all pieces, and we can now go ahead to cut out our fabric and lining pieces and make the bag. I'll briefly show you the process of making this bag so that you can understand the steps in assembling it. So according to the pattern and the list I've given, these are all the exterior fabric cuts needed. These are all the interior lining cuts needed. And these are all the notions and hardware that we need. So we're starting with this piece A. And we're going to join all 3 pieces together. The first thing to do is attach the logo, and here it is. So place this right sides together, then join, and repeat the same for this. Place it right sides together and join. Next, fold this over to the right side, then top stitch on this fabric along this curve, on this fabric along this curve. Here it is. Next step is fixing the zipper. One of the shorter pieces, add middle notches top and bottom. Also add the notch to the top side of this fabric. Then place both pieces right sides together. Make sure both pieces are centered, then join. After joining, bring out one of the lining pieces. Mark these 2 points using the pattern. Join both points to create a line. You can cut along the line. Add a middle notch along this bottom line, and for this, add a middle notch along the top side. Set this aside, then bring this back and place the lining over it. This is the right side of the lining. Make sure it is centered, then join again along the zipper edge. After joining, flip the lining and zipper over, then have the seam folded under the exterior fabric. Then top stitch on the exterior fabric. Afterwards, fold over the lining piece. Then join this upper piece with the zipper and place both pieces right sides together. Make sure the notches are aligned, then stitch to join both pieces together. After joining, flip to the wrong side, then bring the lining piece and place over the zipper as well. This is the right side of the lining. Make sure the notches are aligned, then join this to the zipper as well. After joining, flip this back through the exterior fabric part. Make sure the seam is flat like this. Fold the exterior fabric to the right side, then top stitch along this folded edge. After joining, clip to the wrong side, then fold over the lining piece. Flip this back to the right side, then slide in 1 zipper pull. Next, bring over one of these lining pieces. Add middle notches to the top and bottom. Also add middle notches to the top and bottom of this. This is the right side of the lining, so with the right side facing up, place this piece over it. Align the notches. Flip this to the lining side, then stitch round. Flip to the right side, trim down the zipper tip. This is all for the front panel. I will set this aside. Next is the back panel. So bring over this piece and the 2 lining pieces for it. On the exterior fabric piece, mark and roll this line using the pattern, then cut along the line. After cutting, add a middle notch to this upper edge and a middle notch to this lower edge for this piece. Then on one of the lining piece, cut and add notches just like we did for the exterior. Next, bring over the second piece of the shorter zipper tape. Add middle notches to this as well. Then first place this right side together with the exterior fabric. And from here on, follow the same steps as I showed when joining this zipper piece to this front panel. After joining the zipper tape, slide in 1 zipper pull. Then bring over this whole lining piece. With the right side up, place this exterior fabric piece over it. Align the notches, flip to the wrong side, then stitch all round. After stitching, clip to the right side and trim down the zipper tick. So the next step is bringing over this front panel piece. Flip this back panel piece to the wrong side with the lining up, then place this front panel piece together with it. So that is the lining pieces together. Align the notches, then this exterior fabric part that comes out of the edge, trim it down. So here we have it. I'm going to set this aside. Next is the top handle piece. And for this, flip to the wrong side and draw out a line that divides this piece equally into two. Then fold this upper side and bring the edge of it to match with the line. Then fold the bottom side and bring its edge to match with the line as well. After this first fold, then fold again to hide the raw edges. So the next step is to stitch along both edges. Here it is after stitching. For this top handle piece, measure 10.5 centimeters from the left and mark. Then measure 10.5 centimeters from the right edge and mark as well. After doing this, you can set this piece aside. Next is the zipper panel. I need to add middle notches to all these 3 pieces. Using your pattern piece, mark these 3 points we made here and the other 3 points on this side. After marking, place this zipper and the exterior fabric piece right sides together. The zipper will be lined along this edge that is closer to the mark points. The mark point is further on this side than on this side. So on the side where it is closer, line the zipper piece to that side. Align the notches and make sure it is centered. Then join both pieces together. After joining, place the lining piece on this exterior piece. This is the right side of the lining. Then join all pieces together. After joining, flip this lining to the right side, then the zipper as well. Make sure the seam is underneath the exterior fabric piece. Then top stitch along this folded edge. After stitching, leave the lining pieces laid out like this. Then punch out this single mark here and this single mark here. At the same time, punch out this mark on the value and this mark as well. After punching both pieces, join this top handle piece to the zipper panel. Starting from the right, line in between these 2 mark points. And make sure the end of it is even with the edge of the zipper panel piece. And this is between the marked points. Then note the marked points and draw a line from where it starts here to the other end of it. Here. Then stitch. When stitching, try to follow the same line already on this handle piece so that the finishing will be neat. Next, slide in these 2 D-rings. Afterwards, join the other end of this top handle to the other end of the zipper panel. Make sure it is between these 2 mark points. And the end of it lines with the edge of the zipper panel. Draw this line like we did for the other side. Then stitch up to here, down, and back. Here it is after stitching. And next, separate the D-rings, one towards the right and the other towards the left. Using these holes, attach this top handle to the zipper panel using rivets, and do that for both sides. Here's what it looks like now, and here's what the wrong side looks like. So fold over the lining to cover the wrong side of it. Then join this open end of the lining and exterior fabric piece. Then lastly, position the zipper panel like this and slide in one of the zipper pulls. Here it is. So finally join the bottom panel to the zipper panel. With this right side up, place this right sides together. Then flip to the lining side and place the lining pieces right sides together as well. Join all 3 pieces using a seam allowance of 1 centimeter or 3/8 of an inch. After stitching, fold over only this exterior fabric piece, then add a top stitch right here. Here it is. Then next, on this other side, leave the lining piece like this, right side up. Then position this right sides of the lining together. Then bring over this exterior fabric piece and place it right sides together with the exterior fabric piece here as well. Join using a seam allowance of 1 centimeter or 3/8 of an inch. After joining, clip only the exterior fabric piece to the right side and add a top stitch here. And finally, join this gusset piece to the front and back panel. Line the front panel to the part where the zipper is, then line the back panel to the other side. And you have to line both pieces when they are turned out to the wrong side. For it to be easier to undo this, just join these open sides, stitch to hold both fabric pieces together before lining up with these two pieces. When lining the gusset to the front and back panel, the gusset may seem small at first, but once you start sewing with the seam allowance I have indicated, everything is going to line up perfectly. Then we are joining using a seam allowance of 1 centimeter or 3/8 of an inch. The seam allowance is very, very important. So please make sure you are aligning the notches when matching the gusset with the front and back panel. So here it is. When stitching, the zipper tip is not going to go in at 1 centimeter. So you have to reduce it at this point. It can go in at 5 millimeters. Then the last step is to trim down the seam and bind the raw edges. Then make your long strap and you're done with this bag. So here it is after binding the raw edges. And here is our final bag once turned out to the right side. For the long strap, I've indicated the size of fabric you need to cut out for it. And you can make that by folding it the same way we folded this top handle, as that's just what is left to complete this bag. Thank you for watching and see you again soon.